Hi, my name is Cameron Ho, and this is my presentation for Life in a Bag. And here's my audience, and I'll start. When I found out about this assignment, I was kind of hectic because I was kind of wondering, like, what is my life, like, what made me being here today. And I grew up in Ohio, and then I moved to Chicago, and then I moved out to Bolingbrook, and now I'm living in Romeoville. So I have traveled a little bit, which also brings me to my first item, these pairs of keys. These actually aren't my keys, but I know they're the keys to someone that I personally know, because there are certain aspects on this keychain that has them. Like, for instance, this is an old library tag keychain for the library in my hometown, which I'd love to go to. I loved going to the library because there'd be like this section next to the kids section, which is like the teen section, and I'd read mangas and comics, and I love comics, and they have affected my life deeply. A second thing then is shown on this keychain is a photo of me from 2008, and sometimes I look back on it and I see like how much I've changed from when I lived in Ohio and to how I am now. And the last would be this key, which is the key to the apartment that me and my family lived in when we moved to Chicago. And it kind of is important to my life because when I moved, I was kind of scared because I used to live, like I said, I lived in Ohio. In Ohio, it's very spacious. It's not really that busy, and it's not really that crowded or anything. And if you live there, you kind of feel like safe and everything. But then when you move into a city as populated and as busy and as kind of scary as Chicago, you kind of get on guard, and you always are like, oh my God, what? Just fearing a lot, just being scared. And but as I started to get comfortable with living in Chicago, I started opening up to certain cultures and certain including my culture and certain aspects of life and what was okay and not okay with what happened to me in Ohio, because I didn't actually see it through I didn't see it clearly as I should have. So my next item is actually something that is personal and represents something traumatic in my life, which is this pillbox organizer. And it's when I was in 8th grade, I was diagnosed with epilepsy. And after I was diagnosed with epilepsy, I've been a little bit paranoid because we found out I was epileptic because the second time I had a seizure at school, that day that they also sent me to the hospital, and I was stuck there for 24 hours. And then they diagnosed me with epilepsy. But the thing that scared me the most is that I didn't like the judgment of how people were looking at me because of it, because I had a couple of them at school and they'd keep happening. And so I kind of felt uncomfortable and scared of what people would think about me. And I still kind of feel that. But since I feel more organized now, especially with myself, I feel like I'm not as paranoid anymore. Like, it isn't really controlling my life as much. And especially when I look at this box, I kind of feel like I'm organizing how I feel in my life, and I'm not just controlled by my medications or my disorder. And I just got this a year ago, and that's why I kind of think that it resembles a part of me. And my last item, which is actually not one item, technically, it is this pile of notebooks. I actually have a lot more, because I'm currently majoring in business, and I kind of feel like I want to go into like the HR part, but at the same time I love, like I said, I was obsessed and with comics, and it affected me to this day because I kind of like going on those aspects, like from what is right and what is wrong. And that's what I kind of like writing. I like writing stories and plots and certain things that seem like they could be a book. And I am working on one right now, and I hope I might actually become a writer someday. And writing down like ideas is something very important to me, because I always have like just random thoughts popping up in my head. I'm just all like, well, that could work as a story. This is something that would never happen to me, and if it would happen to me, maybe it won't be like exactly like that or changing like that. And I hope if I write my stories and they end up being published, and that they could help other people, because I would like to write plots that do do resemble certain relatable acts and things, and try to help others realize what they might like or not. Well, that's my life in a bag.